Hello, dear tutors and emails. My name is Lida Solano. I am studying the career Bachelor on Foreign Languages with emphasis in English. I am a student of the course Materials Design. I belong to Jose Acevedo Gomez zone. Here I am going to give my opinion about the work made by the professors Núñez and Telles from the Externado University of Colombia. English teaching materials, the key to promote effective teaching and learning environments. Teaching materials in the past worked like a filler or relleno. That is, that they were not of major importance, that these materials were not so necessary or useful, since learning was centered on the text and the teacher. For example, if the book had a figure or a cartoon or a picture, etc., it was okay. But if the book or if these figures, books, or cartoons did not appear, they did not make any difference. These old aspects have changed because the learning objectives are not the same nowadays. Because it is identified that students have different learning styles, that students have preferences and should be oriented according to the different intelligences that predominate in them. This intelligence can be musical, spatial, emotional, logical, linguistic, mathematical, etc. And the classroom itself must be physically transformed into the ideal environment for individual learning of English as a foreign language. Thus, the teacher must give space to innovation, creativity, and playfulness. For this, he or she must identify the components of the creation and adaptation of didactic learning materials. These seven components are the next one. First one, to establish the needs of valuation or qualification. It means to ask ourselves the questions, what do students know today and what do they need to know tomorrow? It determines how am I going to assess that learning. Second aspect, learning goals and objectives. If they are known to all designing new materials, it's not threatening because you know and what you are focused on, what competencies should be acquired at the end of the process. Third component, contents. Design a syllabus that topics, the topics that the course will cover, take time and chosen carefully. Some should have priority, others not so much. It depends. Fourth component, selection and development of materials and activities. Select activities that interest students, that catch the attention of them by virtue of their likes, preferences, or life history. Adapt examples and vocabulary to the student environment. Fourth component, organization of content and activities. One, construction from simple to complex. Recycling challenges of a new area for them already used before, and the final aspect, sequencing approach. Sequence of increasing degrees of complexity. Visual creativity to express an activity or concept with few words. Fifth component, formative evaluation, constant one to correct and summative final, whether or not the objective was reached. The seventh component is resources and constraints, creativity to overcome the possible inconvenience or drawbacks. Now, in my opinion, the main role of the teacher when designing languages learning materials is to take into account the resources to build creative and simple materials that respond to the learning styles and intelligence of the learners, characteristics of the group that are built according to carefully planned contents in the syllabus that respond to the objectives set previously set regarding the usefulness for the students, and that they admit suggestions from those who are going to use them. Thank you very much for your attention. These are the bibliographic references.